guys, just testing the sound and then we should be good to go. Oh, no, I'm too far away. That should be better. Alright. Sorry guys, just got a bit delayed, but setting up today's questions was a bit of fun. Alright, let's see. Welcome everybody. Jeez, wow, we've got a big turnout today. So this paper that I've picked today, how many achieved in merits is it? One achieved, merit, excellence, cool. So today guys, this is from 2022 2022, is it? No, 2020, sorry. 2022 day 2 parallel papers. All right, so basically what I've done is I have taken the 2020 paper and I've written about 5 different questions, pretty much following the style of the 2020 paper, and we're gonna work through them. And so we've got 1 achieved, 2 merit questions, and 2 excellence questions. Wow, okay, that's a lot of comments to actually try to get through, but basically yeah, well, if you're here, you're here. Let's get going. So the first question that we have today is your kind of like your easy achieved questions. So I will give you guys maybe what is it, I don't know, maybe 1 minute to solve this. Should be fairly straightforward, guys and girls. So have a go. Make sure you show the working as well. That's really important. Hey Talia, hey guys, welcome. P equals 7. All right, let's go through this question. All right, so remember guys, with your MCAT paper, achieved questions, like the first question always tends to be like one of those straightforward achieved questions. So just make sure that you guys try like a whole lot of those practice questions that I put up. Especially there's a series like practice, I think, what is it, MCAT prep questions. You're pretty much good to go. All right, so with this question, what we've got here is we've got the formula, which is 7p plus 30. Now we've actually been told that s is equal to 100, so that's going to equal 100, and we are looking for p itself. So when we actually put this as an equation, we're going to set up our equation as 100 equals 7p plus 30. Now with your did I delete it? Where did it go? Sorry, I just want to try and figure out correct solution with evidence of algebra. So you do need to show some sort of algebraic working, otherwise you can't just guess and check for this question. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take away the 30. So it's going to become minus 30 equals 7p. So we're going to get 70 equals 7p. And then p is equal to 70 divided by 7, which is 10. So we can say that p is equal to 10. So this ends up being an achieved grade. Now I know that in some papers they do allow 1 guess and check. I need to kind of read through the actual question paper for that. Look, my suggestion is that, you know, try and get into the habit of actually learning how to do the working out, which should make things a little bit easier for you. The 3 dots basically means therefore. Alright, and I do apologize guys if I miss your question, because if there's too much chatter going on, I can't really keep track of everything. Alright, so we're going to go to question 2. Any kind of issues with question 1? Just waiting quickly before I move on. Okay, what is that? There's my cup holder. Alright, let's go to the next one, yeah? Okay, have a go with this one, folks. There's a particular reason why I actually wanted to put this question, because okay, so what I might do is I might just kind of give you guys a bit of a head start with this question. Is this an achieved question? For starters, this is not an achieved question. This is a merit question. All they're asking you to do is to try and work out the area. Now, if you guys look at the question itself, you've got a picture surrounded with 4 rectangular pieces of card. So if we look at it, there is 1 piece, there is 2, 3, and 4 pieces. All right, now it's asking for the area of the picture. So area of the picture, remember that the picture is actually surrounded. So this is my picture here, lovely little diagram. There we go. This is my picture. So basically we're looking for the area of the green rectangle there. A very lovely drawing there. So I'm going to give you guys maybe a couple of minutes to kind of have a go at that, all right? Because trust me, this is just a straightforward expanding question. All you have to figure out is just the dimensions, and then you're good to go. Now, even if you're not sure of kind of like expression simplification of the area front or the total area, all right, now just having a look at the answer schedule for what you could potentially get as achieved. So guys, if you are kind of lost with this, don't stress too much about it. We'll go through the answer, and then you kind of will get the hang of what's happening here. Nothing really happens, Jasmine. You've got other ways to actually get to level 2 maths. I'll give you guys another minute, alright? Because I think once I show you guys how to do it, you'll probably will be frustrated that you didn't actually figure it out. But basically, if you want to work out the green rectangle's area, what you need to work out is you need to work out, I'm going to kind of get rid of this. You need to work out the length of this pink line here, and you need to work out the length of the blue line. And basically, that pink line is the base of your rectangle, the blue line is the height of your rectangle, and if you multiply those two, you've got yourself an answer for merit. Are you guys getting 18? There's quite a few 18x squareds. 3, oh yeah, it has got to be 18x squared, sorry. All right, I'm going to work through this one now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, can I copy this? Copy. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so the first thing you want to have a look at is, like, I want to actually figure out what the pink line here is. So I know that this distance from here to here, as you guys can see, it is 7x plus 2. Now there's one other thing here. I'm going to use yellow here. So the yellow part is actually x. So from here to here, it's actually 1x. And because the green line is the yellow line and the pink line put together, the pink line has to be 6x plus 2. And the reason is because you've got x plus 6x equals 7x, and then the 2 comes there. I'll actually leave that working there. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. No, it's not actually 5x, Jonathan, because I'm only going up to the pink part. I'm not actually counting that other x. Now when we look at the blue line here, I'm going to actually have to try and kind of figure this out. Now you've got another x here, which is this yellow. Maybe I won't use yellow. I'll try and use another color, guys, because here we go. I'll use orange. So this is x, which means this orange bit will also become x. And what I've got here is this red line. This entire red line is equal to 4x minus 1. That means the blue part has to be 3x minus 1, because 3x and x put together is going to be 4x, and then the negative 1 comes there. So hopefully you guys can actually see how I came up with those values for the pink line and the blue line, because once you get that, you just have to work out the area of area of the picture, because remember we have the picture still here with the beautiful stick men, and we know the area of the rectangle is base times height, and we said that the base was actually the pink part there, and the height was the blue part, which means we're going to get 6x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. And when we expand this, just your normal expansion, you're going to get 18x squared minus 6x plus 6x minus 2. And when you simplify this, you're going to get 18x squared minus 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I might just kind of put, I think you guys are okay with the area part of it, but what I might just do is I might just pause just to see if there's any kind of questions that you have. Why does it become squared? Maxim, you're actually doing expanding of a quadratic. Eclipse, yes. So if that's the format, I mean, like, this is because I made up the question. Normally you would probably get a middle term. Then you could have just write it as, I mean, if you really want to, you can actually write it as 18x squared plus 0x minus 2, but I don't think it'll like in the exam they wouldn't give you guys a question where it's like this. I mean, I've just done a random question and it popped up with this. By the way, this question was a merit question because you kind of had to work out the dimensions first, and then you had to work out the area. Not really, Sid, because they're not asking you to find, if you look at the question, Sid, they're not really asking you to find they're just asking you to find the area of the picture in terms of x. So you're not actually solving for x here. At no point have they given you the area where you have to figure out what x is. They've not done that at all. Bella, we'll be looking at the next question, which will be an excellence one. This is a merit question. Well, the outer, I think we only take one line there, Arman. We don't actually take both sides of it, because if you look at the pink line, right, the pink line doesn't actually go to the right hand side edge. It only goes to the left hand side edge. That's 7x plus 2. So we've got to think about that 7x plus 2. Now the red line is for the height of the rectangle. So the red line is actually the blue line plus the orange line. So the blue line plus the orange line would equal the red line. Yeah, Jasmine, we did an achieved question earlier. All right, I know some of you guys are kind of like screaming for the next question. It is there at the bottom. So let's actually go to the next one, all right? Now, I purposely gave you guys this question here because this was a couple of years ago. Now, even if you're thinking, holy, I don't even know how to solve this, just going to tell you guys something, right? If you do the correct expansion and simplification of the left-hand side, so the left-hand side is this part here. If you expand this correctly and simplify it, you could actually get an achieved. All right, and if you get to, yeah, a couple of other things. But what I will do is I'm gonna give you guys about 3 minutes for this, all right? So we'll go through this at 8:21 p.m. And what I might do is just have a look through some of those comments just to see if you have any other questions. By the way, this question is an excellence question. Lily, you need 3 achieved questions to pass. Jonathan, a clue for you: expand, rearrange, and you should be off. Bella, it can be between 2 to 3 depending on the year. Like some years I've seen people say like 3E, some year it's been like 2E and 2 merits. Jasmine, if you can expand the yellow part and simplify it, that's you're gonna get achieved for this question. All right, even though it's an excellence question, you can still get achieved by doing little parts of it. Almost, Matt, almost, but it's just with the quadratic inequality is a little bit more work. But you can treat it like an equal sign and you can kind of work through it. Actually, I might just give you guys another minute for this because I'm aware some people might be kind of like rushing through it and I don't want you guys to rush through it. Nell, you might have to solve it. I mean, you could try, but you're going to end up with a quadratic. I mean, I generated this question. Hopefully it works out. I know the last couple of nights we haven't had much luck with the questions working out. But even if you can get to a quadratic and you solve the quadratic, you can potentially get up to a merit in this question. Yes, Jamie, you can do that, but just be careful at the end. I'll talk to you a little bit more when we get down to the end. Yep. I've given you some extra time, Clover. Again, guys, if you're not sure what to do, just expand, rearrange, try and bring everything to one side and see if you can try and solve something. Are you sure, Joe? I checked it out. Expand Lily, so it's like 2x minus 4 times 2x minus 4. Look, it's interesting, a couple of you guys have got the right answer. Citizen, you're pretty close, Citizen. You're very close to it. It's alright, Kate, like you can still figure it out because like I can tell you right now, there's a whole lot of answers, different answers, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Lily, that I've not seen one correct answer so far. But in a good way, You guys are all really close and you're just missing a couple of things. Aryaman, I'd like to see how you actually write that in an exam. Close, Citizen, that does not make sense, but you're very close. I know what you're trying to do and I know where your mistake is. Alright, let's have a look at this question, guys. I'm going to work on it slowly at the moment. Okay, so first off, we're going to actually expand the quadratic here. So this is one of the questions. 2x minus 4 times 2x minus 4 less than or equal to negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. So I need to expand the brackets, so FOIL, whatever you guys know how to do, go for it. So I'm going to get 4x squared minus 8x plus 16 is less than or equal to minus x squared plus 4x plus 1. I'm going to simplify the left hand side. 4x squared minus 16x plus 16. And I'm going to stop here because if you got up to this point here, you will get an achieved grade because you have to simplify it, right? So you can't just leave it like what you did in the second line. So if you already did this part, you're going to get an achieved for this question. Now, the next part of it is, okay, so what do we do next? We've got to actually rearrange everything so that one of those sides is going to be a 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 4x squared minus 16x plus 16 is less than or equal to 0. Because I'm going to bring everything from this side to the left-hand side. And when I do that, I'm going to get plus x squared. I'm going to get minus 4x and minus 1. So once I do that, I'm going to get 5x squared minus 20x plus 15 is less than or equal to 0. So still going with this, I've got 5 as a common factor, so I'm going to take it out, and I've got x squared minus 4x plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. And because I've got 5 there, I mean when I take 5 to the other side, it just disappears, because x squared minus 4x plus 3 less than or equal to 0 divided by 5. Well, 0 divided by 5 is just 0. I'm going to get x squared minus 4x plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Okay, I hope you guys are with me so far. Now, here comes the important part, right? And this is why I keep looking at the number of answers. And I know I've got a couple of different variations, but I'm going to try and kind of go through this slowly. So the first thing you want to do is you can actually write this as x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So notice how I've just changed it to equals to 0. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find out when does this equation equal to 0. And it's quite simple, right? Because you can just go x minus 3 x minus 1 equals to 0. So my two solutions are going to be x equals to 3. Let me just do that extra step here. So I'm going to get x minus 3 equals to 0, or x minus 1 equals to 0. So in my first case I get x equals to 3. In my second case I get x equals to 1. Now if you got up to this part here, you're looking at a merit for this question. However, we do need to actually do the final part of the question. Now this is where things, I've done a few tutorials about this, and you can find it in, I'll see if I can link it somewhere, but it's actually on my channel, like, or even if you go to my website you can find it. But basically what we're trying to figure out is x squared minus 4x plus 3, when is it less than or equal to 0? Now here's the thing, the easiest way to do this is to have a look at the coefficient of x squared. This is actually a positive parabola, so it's going to look like this. It has two solutions because we already know what the two solutions are, which is 1 and 3. So that is pretty much what that parabola is going to look like. Now if you look at the zone where it's going to be less than or equal to 0, it's going to be this zone here, because everything above that solution will be positive, everything below that will be negative. So you can actually have a look at it. The answer is actually between 1 and 3. So x is between 1 and 3, and the way we write it is how I've written it exactly under that graph. I just went 1 less than or equal to less than or equal to 3. Now this is the final answer that we're expecting. Anything other than that, you're not actually going to get that excellence grade. All right, what I'm going to do is I will put up a few line numbers so you guys can ask away. Jonathan, no, you don't have to show the parabola. If you get the right intervals, then you're all good to go. Oof, expand. Lily, have a look at some of my skills videos, because like I go through expanding of quadratic equations, expanding. Jonathan, no, you don't need to actually show the parabola. Me knowing the achieved part is enough. Synth, I reckon you can go up to a merit. I mean, you can just rearrange and solve for that. Two solutions. How do we get 1 and 3? Think about it like this. In line number 11, I said x minus 3 equals to 0. So what number should x be to get 0? So if I rearrange it, I'm going to get 3. Where did the x squared come on? Line 4. Okay, line 4. Matt, I'm looking at that in line 3. You can look at the minus x squared. So the minus x squared, when it comes over, it becomes positive. Positive 4x, when it comes over, it becomes minus 4x. Positive 1 changes to minus 1. Yeah, because I took the, whose question was it? Sorry, I kind of missed it. Devin, you asked it as well, line 6 to 7. The 5 disappears because I'm actually doing 0 divided by 5. And then that's pretty much the 5 disappears. Jasmine, if you are aiming for like an achieved, yeah, you could just do, you can stop a question, guys. You can actually do a question up to a certain point. And if you don't know how to carry on, that's fine, because if it's worth achieved or merit, you can still get those grades. 2, you're looking at 3 achieved to pass. Is line 4 where the, yes, pretty much, Anna, that's when line 4 is when the merit part really kind of kicks off. Thank you, Mindset Minute. Having a good day so far. Armand, 2 and 3 is just expanding a quadratic. I think that's what you and Lily were asking. Line 13. Poniha, 13 is when if you look at it in line 9, I'm actually doing equals to 0. But my original equation on line 8, it's actually telling me I need to find less than or equal to 0. Now, I have done some tutorials prior to this, especially with these quadratic questions where it's less than or equal to a value. We might actually spend some time tomorrow doing those questions so that you can get a hang of those questions. 9 is factorizing. Yes, Kaylee, that's right. It's factorizing. So guys, if you're stuck with line 13 to 15, then what you could do is with line 13 to 15, I will see if I can find a tutorial that I've done before that'll help you guys with it. Usually I have it here. I just gotta have a quick look. Give me a second. Was it in 2021? I knew I did it. I just can't remember when or where. Okay, here we go. So, if you want to do these types of questions before, that was 24th of August 21. Let me just find that tutorial for you guys, and I'll link it on the chat, and you can have a look at it, because this entire tutorial that I did was about that. Only thing is I gotta figure out where it is. 2021, 24th of August. Quadratic inequations. Here we go. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna link it up there for you guys. I'll pin the message here. So if you want to understand what I did from 13 to 15, where was that line? So if you want to understand that part of 13 to 15, I've just linked the video up and I've pinned the video. So have a look through that. That video should pretty much cover everything you need to know for line 13 to 15. Pretty much, Daniel. If it's positive x squared, then you're looking at a positive parabola. All right, guys, we're gonna go to our next question, and then we've got 2 questions to finish for the night. So, cool. So this question here, I will give you guys maybe about, how many shall I give you? 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes for this. 2 minutes. This is a merit question, by the way, and I'm gonna show you guys 2 ways of how to do this question. And the second method, I promise you, you will get super annoyed at me when I show you how easy this question is. I promise you that. All right, I'll give you guys 2 minutes for this. That's it. But I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to show you a method that you're going to be like, oh man, come on. Sujan, I think I've got a level 2 calculus coming this Thursday. What does it mean in terms of y? That means you're not really solving it. You're just kind of calculating the perimeter without actually solving it. So the letter y will be in your perimeter. Digi, I don't think that's gonna work. You have to get the right interval. X greater than 1x. Oh, I guess no. I think you might be right, Digi, if you write it like that. Because theoretically, that still falls under the interval of 1 to 3. Jack, we'll be back after the MCAT is over because I'll need to kind of work out my schedule in a way where maybe we might do like one excellence question after the level 1 and 2 streams are done, just because it's just too hard to try and manage all of you guys. It's like a full-time job teaching you guys. Now remember that question number 2 that we did today with the picture frame. So it's kind of similar to that, but that's a long way of doing it. Yeah, so Jack, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe like, at the end of every stream at like, I usually kick off the 8 o'clock streams for level 1 and level 2. And then if it finishes at 9, then maybe we can just spend like doing like one excellence question a night leading up to it. Because usually with calculus, I know that most guys, even if you want to get achieved on merit, you can actually do the excellence question and you're pretty much good to go. Yeah, it's funny when people actually start calling out their names, and I'm like, well, calling out school names, you kind of know people. And good old Arav Kumar here. All right, let me know if I can actually go through this answer here. Not yet, not yet. Okay, give you another minute. I don't think you need MP, Jamie. You don't need it at all in this case. Should I show you guys the shortcut method first or the long method? Which one do you guys want to see first? Yeah, Prod, I do TEG and geometric reasoning as well. All right, let's do this question, yeah? So just like before, I'm gonna show you guys the long method and then I'll show you the shortcut method as well. So looking at it here, first off, I've got 3y minus 1. As for the bottom, if you think about it like this, there is 2 components that I need to work out. I've got 5 here, but I also need to work out this blue part here. So I can tell from here that I've got 3y minus 1. So if I do 3y minus 1 minus 5, I'm going to get 3y minus 6. So this blue part here is going to be 3y minus 6. That's the first part. Now, what we also know is that NP is the same distance as PD there. So this little thing is going to be actually worth 5 centimeters. MN is the same thing as MD. So that's going to be 1. And then finally, we've got to work out this here is y plus 6, which means I'm going to get, sorry, I know this is going to be a bit tedious. The 1 is from there. And then I've got to actually figure out the orange part. So the pink part is actually worth y plus 6. So if I go y plus 6 minus 1, I'm going to get y plus 5. So that means the orange part is worth y plus 5. So that's the pink minus the red. Just trying to show you guys how I get everything. 3y minus 1 is the green minus the yellow is equal to 3y minus 6, which is the blue. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions with that so far, because that, I think that's the most kind of like trickiest part. Clover, the 5 and 1 is it's just basically the same triangle that's actually kind of it's reflected because it says that right at the top here it actually says folded along the line MP. So those two triangles, so basically this triangle and this triangle, they're the same two triangles just folded on the line MP. So it's actually folded along this line here. So that's how I know that little triangle is, those two triangles are the same. No, I think we're not up there yet. Sorry, Joseph. I did say like we're gonna finish MCAT and then we'll get on with the level 3 questions. Now it's Jamie. We're looking at the shaded area that we can actually see. Cool. So we're looking at the perimeter now. So with the perimeter, what we're going to be doing is I need probably going to do this here. So we're going to start from here. So we've got the orange 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 measurements that we need to calculate the perimeter. So we've got y plus 5 plus 3y minus 1 plus y plus 6 plus 3y minus 6 plus 5 plus 1. So putting it all together, we're going to get 6y, 7y, 8y, 4, 10, no 0, 4 plus, is this 8y plus 10? So that's what I'm looking at, 8y plus 10. Pretty much that's it, guys. That's your merit right there. But I'll show you guys the shortcut method, all right? So this is the beauty of the shortcut method. Now, I don't know if I'm going to pull it off, but I'm going to try and show you guys. Basically, I'm going to have to redraw the shape actually. Okay, this is the shaded region. This is a shortcut, and this shortcut always works for these types of questions, especially if it's a rectangle. The shortcut will definitely work. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to just, because those are just lengths, how do I draw this? I'm going to draw it like this. Hang on, let me just give me a second so you guys can see what happens here. So what I'm going to do is something like this. So remember, originally this is where the blue line triangle was, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it back, and if I fold it back, that triangle is kind of going to look exactly like this. So what I'm looking at is a shape 3y minus 1, y plus 6. So all I got to do is 2 times 3y minus 1 plus y plus 6. Because remember, that's what perimeter is. I'll just add the two sides and multiply it by 2. So I'm going to get 4y plus 5. And when I expand this, I'm going to get 8y plus 10. Which is still the same as what I got before. Yes, Citizen, I think you're on the right track there. Lily, have a look at, let me just have a quick look. I think on the main playlist, let me just show you, where is it? So if you go to my channel, Lily, you're going to find it right there, Algebra MCAT Skills. So if you go into the full playlist, you're going to find all the basic skills that you're going to need for the MCAT. Pretty much, Jamie. Yeah, that's what happens here with this question, because it's like you can fold it back And what happens is that you actually end up getting the perimeter of the rectangle and you're good to go. Yeah, Jamie, that's right. It doesn't matter, even though it's folded, you can just unfold it back, and what you'll have is like a perfect rectangle, and then you just go base plus height times 2. Usually for merit, you'd need about 3 merits. No, AE, no, you don't need to show any kind of diagram. You can just, if you see it, you can just work on it straight away. And you're pretty much going to, I would say you guaranteed a merit with these types of questions. All right, guys, we're going to do the last question for the night. I did tell you, Poniha, it's, you know, some people will, like, when I show the easy method, you'll be like, what the hell? That was too easy. All right, last question for the night, folks. So here we go. This time, this is what we're looking at. The shaded region is 35 meters squared, and we've got to work out what y is. And there goes my dog. He's gonna go bark. Wait for it. Probably found a cat. Why is there this guy angry? P and Aryan. You sent like a 2-paragraph message in chat. Oh, I'm sorry, P and Aryan. Like, there's about 77 people online here, and I'm trying to manage that. Nah, Jasmine, I think 2 merit questions, you probably need about 3. So guys, use that same idea that we did with the perimeter question, I'm telling you, you guys will be fine. Yeah, I know that's Watson Hill bark. Probably saw the cat. Yeah, this is a follow-up question. Like, normally what I've noticed is that they do a merit question with the perimeter, and then they do an area question. Like, look, I will let you guys maybe about 3 or 4 minutes while I go grab the dog. Let me just see. So if I yes, Ryan. Yes, that's actually right. Oh, come on, he's starting to annoy me. Okay, hang on, I'll be back. What? Two more minutes, guys. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. All right. Go. Be quiet. Nah, he's all right. Someone is always curious, eh? What? Can I do my numeracy now? Oh, I'm doing MCAT. Okay, all right. Quick distraction, eh? There. There, look. Watch. This is the shush dog. Yeah? Did you find a cat? Stop it. You okay? Alright, we're gonna let you go. Go to bed. Go. Good man. Good boy. Alright guys, let's go. Last question, eh? So, what we're going to do pretty much exactly the same thing as what we did last time. We're going to have this big rectangle, and we're going to minus the little triangle there, minus the other little triangle, like this, and all of that is equal to 35. Hopefully that made sense there. Now, with the triangle, little triangle, what we have is 1 and 5. So half times base times height. It's going to be half times 5 times 1, which is going to be 2.5. So, big rectangle, we've got 3y minus 1 and y plus 6. Little triangle is 2.5. The other little triangle is also 2.5. And then we've got 35. So if we're going to write this up, we're going to get 3y minus 1 times y plus 6 minus 2.5 equals 35. Setting up this equation, guys, just setting up this equation forms the expression for the area. Just doing this part will get you an achieved grade. Alright, so this is the first part that we kind of need to know. So for achieved, you just need to set up the equation, and you are pretty much kind of good to go from that point onwards. So now we expand the bracket, and again, remember I talked about it before. Expanding and simplifying usually will get you a grade, but let's see what happens in this question. So we're going to get 3y squared plus 18y minus y minus 6 minus 5 equals 35. So we've got 3y squared plus 17y minus 11. Have I given you guys a horrible question? I think I might have. Damn, I should have given you an easier one. It's alright. Minus 35 equals to 0. So you got 3y squared plus 17y minus 46 equals to 0. Now, I'm so sorry, because this is a horrible number to give you guys for an MCAT. And I am sure that you're not going to actually get something this horrible in your exam like this. You know, that was just my bad there. Yeah, so like, look, if you do get this, I mean, like, you can actually kind of you know, use guess and check, but my kind of thinking here is that, you know, if you are to do this other method, which we normally tend to do, is this. What I normally do is, I mean, if you know how to do quadratic formula, you can. Otherwise, I've got 46 times 3, which is 138. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 138 and then add up to 17. Is it 23 and 6? Yeah, 23 and 6. So I'm gonna get, what am I gonna get? Positive. Oh, this one's minus actually. So minus 138. So we're gonna get 23 and negative 6. 23 and negative 6 here. So we've got 3y squared minus 6y plus 23y minus 46 equals to 0. Now I do apologize. I know like you are not going to get like horrible numbers like this in your MCAT. It's just when I create these questions, sometimes I just kind of just hope that they work. So I've got 3y, y minus 2, and then here I've got 23 and y minus 2 equals to 0. I've got y minus 2 and 3y plus 23 equals to 0. And at this point I can say that y minus 2 equals 0. So y is equal to 2. Or 3y plus 23 equals to 0. And I'm going to get 3y is minus 23 and y is negative 23 over 3. Now it's really important that you say that y can't be negative. Therefore y is equal to 2. And the reason why it can't be negative is because one of them doesn't actually work out. It's actually more than 6, so you're going to get a negative value. Look, Repto, you know, it's not about like, you know, if you can get to that first line, you're going to get an achieved, and then kind of just keep chipping away at it just to see how far you can actually work with that question. All right, now this is just quadratics, guys. It's just learning how to factorize quadratics. That video that I've actually pinned, it covers two things. It covers quadratic equations like this, and it also covers inequalities. So if you can have a look through that video that I've actually pinned for you guys, in about a couple of weeks' time, you're going to breeze through these types of questions. So yeah, so I know a few people are asking me like, where do we get the red numbers from, and where do you get all these other things from? But I will strongly recommend you guys to go and check out that video that I've actually pinned for you guys. And also remember, guys, like excellence question, there's like 6 excellence questions, I think. And I think you only need to get about 3 of them correct to get an excellence. So Jasmine, for that, yeah, have a look at that little pinned video, Jasmine, and hopefully you can kind of understand how to do that type of question. Yes, Tui, this is an excellence question. And you get merit up to here. You can actually get a merit right here. Simplifying equation to a quadratic. So right here is where it's worth the merit. The spot, and then excellence is the final part. Joe, if you want to do some rearranging questions, I'll need to go and have a look at my let me just give me a second. Let me just open up my site here. So what I've done is I have put the old tutorials before. So linear, there is rearranging, and then quadratics. So you've got a whole lot of quadratics tutorial there. So for those of you that were asking me where did that red numbers come from, or the pink line comes from, have a look through any of these old tutorials, and you're going to find like different types of quadratics there. Now we're not going to be doing any more questions, guys. That's pretty much it for tonight. Next MCAT is tomorrow. I think it is tomorrow. I'm sure it is tomorrow. But yeah, so this is just, I mean, we'll follow up on this paper and we'll do section 2. And then we'll kind of see how things go after that. All right, but usually we try and do like 5 questions, like a whole section, so that you guys get a chance for achieved, a couple of merits, a couple of excellences, and then you know, it just helps you guys navigate the paper. But Jamie, if you think about it, yeah, it was hard, but you know, you've got an idea of how to do a few of them, and then just keep practicing. That's what you got to try and do. What else? What else? What else? No worries. Level 2 algebra. I think level 2 calculus first. It's funny. It's speaking of that, Arman. I don't know, 50, 60 maybe. Read the Kahoot. Thomas, long-worded question. I think it's I always struggle to come up with word questions. I mean, ChatGPT has been rubbish at the moment with coming up with word questions. No, $60 or more. Jeez, if it's 60,000, I'd be like quitting my job and just doing this every night. Nah, man, we're not doing any Kahoot. Like, I'm gonna go chill out, and I've got still a few things off my list to do. I've got 2 more things. By the way, quick question: who's actually here in this right now? That's actually from Papatoetoe High School, because I'm visiting you guys on Thursday. I'm looking forward to it, actually. No worries, Lily. You're welcome. Chloe, what you talking about? You got a couple of amazing guys there. Jasmine, what's OGHS? Don't know what OGHS is. Joseph, absolutely. Absolutely, you can work from achieve to excellence by the end of end of the year for that exam. Persian Cat, let Miss O'Graham know. She is in Westlake Boys, right? I always get confused with that. Yeah, good luck, Jamie. Just work through that quadratic inequations, and there's like a whole lot of old old good questions there. Weird man, because someone always cheats in the Kahoot. No, I haven't been to New Plymouth. Joseph, I haven't actually done differentiation. What do you call it? Like, I've been meaning to do it. I keep putting it off. I gotta love Weird Man. His comments are just hilarious. No, AE, I don't have any online worksheets. I usually create these questions about 20 minutes before the live stream, and sometimes I get it right, sometimes I mess it up. Arman, I'll type it up. It's a long name. Wow. Okay. And I'm actually at Almaston Junior College. I teach like year 8 and year 9 maths. Glad to know, Udo. Glad to know. Now, Jasmine, I'm actually teaching at a year, like I teach up to year 10. That's about it. This is actually out. Oh yeah, it's out. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to get up to some mischief, this is the mischief I'd actually recommend if you want to do something crazy. I've always thought, like, why not, right? Let me just show you something. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to try and drag this out. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. If we want to get into some crazy mischief, here's what you could do. Like, people always ask is like, oh, look, what can I do to help you? Is there anything I can do? I think the nominations for this close tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And if we want to get up to some mischief, it's like, here, go here, chuck on this. That would be amazing. That'd be pretty cool to crazy to see whether infinity plus 1 can actually make it on this or not. I'll chuck it up here. Hold on. Let's put it up here. There you go. I'll actually pin it there. If we want to create something crazy, we could actually go in there. Oh, where is it? There we go. So I kind of went through everywhere. You can use my real name. There you go. I'll chuck it up. And you guys got my email address. My email address is here somewhere. What do you need an email address? No, you don't. Joseph, yeah, why not? I'll come and do some. I'll come and do some calculus tutorials. But hang on. Yeah, that's. I mean, like, look, every year I'm like, oh, let's just do this for giggles, just for a laugh. But why not for a laugh this year? But anyway, guys, look, thank you so much for all the words. Love it. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for level 1 MCAT, and then level 3s. Don't worry, Joseph. I've not forgotten level 3s. We'll actually come and get started on it soon. All right, Mars, welcome back. How's it going? Glad you loved that T-shirt. You took that last pink T-shirt from us. I'm in Auckland, mate. I'm in Auckland. When's the next level 1? That's tomorrow. Blah blah blah. What region? Auckland. I'm in Auckland. What's the opinion? The hardest part of MCAT? Jiten, I'd have to say the word problems, but look, we'll do a bit more tomorrow, and hopefully we'll work through it. I'm down in Manukau, Arman. Do you need all of that? Do you? Jeez, that's a bit detailed. I think they're looking at their region. You guys know my social media accounts. If known, email address, you know my email address. But anyway, look, I'll take off. We'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, just for kicks and giggles. But till then, take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. All right, stay safe. Bye. Oh, happy birthday, whoever I miss. Maz, oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for that tomorrow. All right, catch you guys, See you.